Well, what is going on, YouTube? FPS Gauge is back for another video before I head back to Carolina yet again, and hopefully within the next 2 weeks I will be back permanently. But I want to bring a video real quick, and I will go ahead and throw this out here that this video gameplay is just terrible. Don't mind it. I just got on, started playing. I was and wasn't in the mood to play, but it's whatever. And yeah, I'm still setting up my stuff back again. I just haven't had time to really sit back and relax to be able to do so. I've been back and forth, but you're reading in the title, hot potato. Why am I saying hot potato? Sony and Microsoft has dropped the potato. They have dropped the hot potato between the two, and they both have lost. A friend of mine, Matt, was telling me the other day about how the Xbox One had a great number of console failures off the release date, and I was thinking, Microsoft could not be the only one. I know Sony has had some, so I looked it up, and it's true. Both consoles have had a lot of failures apparently. Well, I should not say a lot of failures, but an extent of number of failures of the console. And it's not just one console over the other. They both have done it. And I was thinking, yes, all these people are talking about how Xbox is so much better. No, they're both actually pretty bad at this point. And I actually thought it was pretty funny that everybody was talking the whole high and mighty about these consoles, and yet they fail. Now, I'm not going to say that they fail permanently. It's just that they fail at this point in time where it was going to happen. I don't know why everybody rushes out to buy these new consoles when they first come out. Same thing with computers, and same thing with cell phones, and same thing with new gadgets. When they first come out with something, don't do it. I mean, there are some people who have to, in a way, you have to do it to figure out if there's going to be any problems or any bugs with the console or anything for that matter that you buy that's electronically involved with our lives. But, yeah, you have to buy to figure out what the faults are. But, that's where I step back and I say, I'm going to let you guys do that. I'm going to let you guys do all the hard work for me so I can just come up and swoop up a console that actually works and just be, poof, fine. Because I had that with 360. I had 3 Ring of Death, 3 different ones. And the third one happened it happened after the Microsoft announced that they were going to be doing an extended warranty on that case of Red Ring of Death. And then I called Microsoft and they're like, well, no, you're going to pay $130. What? Hold on. Are you kidding me? You just sat there and had a thing a month ago saying that you were going to extend the warranty, but now I got to pay $130? No. So I flipped out, fixed my Xbox with a towel trick, sold it to somebody. I actually traded to somebody for a cell phone at the time because I needed one, and I was just done I was done with Microsoft. Done with Microsoft at that point, and skipped over to Sony. Then I had a Sony PlayStation 3 for a while until the PlayStation Network got hacked, and then I got pissed off, traded my PlayStation for an Xbox, and then I went back to Xbox for a while. And then after a couple months, I ended up picking another PlayStation up and had both consoles for a while. And I actually played on the PlayStation a lot more. And everybody was, when the whole situation came up with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, everybody was asking me, well, what are you going to get? What are you going to get? What are you going to get? And I really didn't know what I was going to get at first. And I kind of sat back one day at work, pulled my phone out, and was like, you know what? Let's see what they have comparison towards each other. And IGN, luckily enough, had a post where they were comparing both consoles and what they had internally and what they're going to be able to do externally. And PlayStation 1, in my mind, overall with the hardware, had better. To me, it seemed like they had a better GPU and a better CPU, and I thought that they were going to be a better console. Again, in my book, I did like PlayStation 3 over the Xbox 360 because the most games I played on PlayStation, there was like Call of Duty. Yeah, it kind of sucked on the PlayStation platform, and it was better on Xbox. But I wasn't gonna sit there and sell my soul to Xbox just because of that one game. There were more games on PlayStation I played between the two, and I was just sitting there thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna go with PlayStation. The only thing I didn't particularly like about the PlayStation is I didn't like the looks of. I don't like the look of the console. That was what I was kind of looking at. I was like, I don't particularly like the look of it. I think Xbox has that over the PlayStation. The next thing that Xbox has over the PlayStation is the voice control. And this is where all you lazy bastards come in to sit there and sit back like 5-10 feet from your console. You don't want to move your fingers around too much. You just sit there and say Xbox home or something. Boom, goes home. I mean, it is a nice function if your controller is sitting, like if you're watching a movie or something and you don't feel like getting up to do something or whatever. That is kind of a nice function, but it's not a selling point. Also, the other thing I did like about the Xbox One was that it was able to connect up to 8 controllers. I believe beforehand you were only able to do 4 controllers like the PlayStation 3, and that's where the PlayStation 4 falls into that category of only having 4 controllers. But the Xbox One is able to go up to 8 controllers, which is actually pretty ridiculous if you have 8 friends or 7 friends with yourself included to make it 8. That is actually pretty cool to have that many controllers connected for like a little party game and stuff like that. It actually is pretty cool, but that's still not a selling point. I do like the fact, like I said, I like the voice controls. I like the look of the console, and I like the controller capability where you can have up to 8 controllers. But I'm still aiming towards PlayStation, and just because you might have to do some extra crap on PlayStation and this, that, and the other, I'm just kind of like, eh. The one thing that really, to me, kind of makes it renders it useless in the Xbox One is that you have an HDMI in and an HDMI out. And I was trying to figure it out. I never really paid attention to what the console had. Apparently, that the HDMI in was for like HD cable boxes, so you could watch TV apparently through your Xbox One. And I'm thinking, well, hell, not a whole lot of people are going to have an HD cable box, because you got to pay so much a month for the HD cable box plus whatever you're having for your plan for your television. I'm like, people aren't going to be able to afford that unless your parents pay for everything, or you just have a really good job and you just whatever. But I thought that was kind of useless in a way. But I mean, I was kind of thinking that if they were going to bring the TV platform into the Xbox One, that there would be like a separate thing, like you would have like you had Hulu, you had CW, you had Netflix. Apparently, we are going to have all the ESPN stuff, and I was thinking that was going to come through. Like, I thought Microsoft was going to have their own like tie-in to the networks, to where you could just watch it right off the console without having a cable box, like wired in or something like that. I just thought that that's which way they were going to go. From what I was reading, that the PlayStation did, or does, I should say, at the time I was reading, I was like, oh, it does have a higher processor and a higher GPU, and that was actually pretty cool. And I kind of felt like Microsoft went down that route where they just wanted to use their own processor, but they still wanted to go with the Radeon the Radeon graphics, like the Radeon HD. And I think that's where both of them were just going head to head to each other, was the graphics and the processor. I think Sony did, in my point of view, went down the right route and went full on different, all this other crap. Because when I was reading on IGN, it was saying like a Microsoft CPU. They didn't come to find out it was still like a AMD style chip or whatever for that matter. But still, deep down, I think that both consoles were really neck and neck with the graphics. I just think that the processing power, in a way, went towards PlayStation, because again, the PlayStation 3 had better graphics and had better handling with most games that were multi-platform, but competitive against the Xbox 360. That it beat the Xbox 360 on most games. But the one game that held supreme over between the two consoles, of course, was Call of Duty, since it made so many millions of dollars in the last God knows how many titles. But still, I was a believer in the PlayStation world, and I was sitting there thinking about it. At some point, I was thinking about picking up an Xbox 360. But still, I looked at the IGN post a couple days later. I was like, no, I think I'm sold on the PlayStation. I like what I'm seeing. I don't really care about 8 controllers. I mean, why would I need 8 controllers? But this is where I believe that PlayStation kind of dropped the ball, and it is kind of a like and dislike at this point in time, and they're going to remove it. One, it's really hard. It's pretty much impossible, but hard to do. Like, I shouldn't say it's impossible. It's really complicated to be able to record your PlayStation and bring up videos, because apparently you have to do all these side steps to be able to record your console. So they're going to be getting rid of that at some point. And the other thing I don't particularly like is the controller, where the speaker, like on the controller, like these voices will come out of the controller towards you. I was watching a video where people were playing Killzone, and that's where the voice was coming from. I find it kind of stupid, to be honest. I don't see why you have that voice relay through the controller. I don't know. That's just me. I don't really find it useful. I do find it kind of cool that you're able to use that suction in the middle of the controller, where you can actually use that as a touch for certain buttons. Apparently, Killzone has up to 4 to 5 functions, maybe more, of that section of the controller where you're able to do different controls or whatever. I don't know. I haven't played the new Killzone. I haven't even played the new. I don't know if the new PlayStation 4. But I do still plan on picking up the PlayStation 4 first over the Xbox One, and I wouldn't mind having both consoles at certain points. But I still believe that both companies did drop the potato in this. I do think they dropped the ball in this whole situation, and I'm not too pleased with both of them right at this point. And I'm still gonna wait until all the bugs are fixed. I'm still gonna stick with my PC, and I will plan on ordering a new motherboard for it, so I'll be able to bring up better high quality videos, and hopefully I'll be able to live stream because I will be having 6 cores to play with instead of 4 cores. It'd be pretty awesome. But the video is coming down to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions on the 2 consoles. I haven't played on them, but I'm reading and watching videos of what people are saying about them, and I just think it's kind of funny in a way that, you know, I was expecting bugs in the first release of the console, but it was just pretty funny how it just happened so quickly. I was hoping that it would have been like maybe a couple of weeks before bugs would show up, but within a couple of days, at least with the Xbox One, it's actually pretty surprising. But like I said, the video is coming down to an end. Hopefully you guys will leave comments down below on your opinions on both consoles, and hopefully you guys will be telling why you're going to be picking what console over the other. And hopefully you guys will also like this video and share it with your friends. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. It really means a lot. I'm going to try to get this channel up and running as fast as I can and better as I can. And you guys will enjoy what I'm going to be able to bring to you. So let's just see how far we can get everything going before Christmas time, because I like to see how far I can push my abilities before Christmas time, but we just have to see. So just deep down in the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching my videos and sharing it with your friends. And I'm slowly growing subscribers as well, so if you can, share my channel with your friends so they can subscribe as well. And hopefully by January or February, I will hopefully get a giveaway together, like put one together, and we'll just have to see where that goes. And also a tournament within the next few months of Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty. Depends on which one I want to do most. So again, everybody, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. I'll go ahead and say this ahead of time, and thank you again for watching. Take care, everybody. Peace.